Rest in peace, UK saving monarch. Rest in peace, the Queen of England. Rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth, the Queen of United Kingdom, who is the UK longest saving monarch and the head of state of 14 other countries, died peacefully at Beaumaris at the age of 96 after reigning for 70 years. The Queen of England is also the head of state. Is also the head of Commonwealth, which has 54 countries, including Cameroon and many other countries. Her family gathered at the Scottish estate after concern grew about her health earlier on Thursday. The Queen came into the throne in 1952 and witnessed enormous social change. With her death, her eldest son, Charles, and former Prince of Wales, would lead the country in mourning as the new king and head of state for 14 Commonwealth reign. In a statement yesterday, Buckingham Palace said the Queen died peacefully at Balmoral, and it's written that Queen Elizabeth II tenure as head of state spanned post-war stillness and the transition from empire to Commonwealth, the end of Cold War and UK's entry into and withdrawal from European Union. Her reign spanned 15 prime ministers, starting with Winston Churchill, born in 1874, including Liz Truss, born in 101 years later in 1975, and appointed by Queen earlier this week. She held weekly audience with the Prime Minister throughout her reign. At Buckingham Palace in London, crowd awaited updates on the Queen's condition, began crying as they heard of her death. The Union flag on top of the palace was lowered to half-mast at 6:30 p.m. The Queen was born by Elizabeth Alexandra Mary in Mayfair, London on 21st of April 1926. Few could have foreseen that she could become monarch, but in December 1936, her uncle, Edward VIII, abdicated the throne to marry twice-divorced American Willie Simpson. Elizabeth's father became King George V, and at the age of 10, Lilibet, as she was known in the family, became heir to the throne. Within 3 years, Britain was at war with Nazi Germany. Elizabeth and her younger sister, Princess Margaret, spent much of their wartime at Windsor Castle after their parents rejected suggestion that they evacuated to Canada. After turning 18, Elizabeth spent 5 months with Auxiliary Territorial Service and learned basic motor mechanic and drawing skills. Through the war, she exchanged letters with her third cousin, Philip, Prince of Greece, who was serving in the Royal Navy. Their love blossomed, and the couple married at Westminster Abbey on 20th November 1947, with the prince taking the title of Duke of Edinburgh. Through 74 years of marriage, he died in 2021 at the age of 99. Their first son, Charles, was born in 1948, followed by Princess Anne in 1950, Prince Andrew in 1960, Prince Edward in 1964. Between them, they gave their parents 8 grandchildren and 12 great-grandchildren. Princess Elizabeth was in Kenya in 1952, representing the Alien King, when Philip broke the news that her father had died. She immediately returned to London as the new queen. It was all a very sudden kind of taking on and making the best job you can, she later recalled. Elizabeth was crowned at Westminster Abbey on 2nd June 1953, aged 27, in front of a then record TV audience estimated at more than 20 million people. Subsequent decades will see great change with the end of British Empire overseas and the swinging 60s sweeping away social norms at home. Rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth. Still on that note, we talk Jeff Bezos, who slams Nigerian-born professor Uju Aya after she wished Queen Elizabeth an excruciating death. Billionaire Jeff Bezos was not too happy when he came across a tweet from Uju Aya, a colleague professor at Mellon University, after the palace issued a statement about the Queen's medical status. Uju Aya expressed her wish through a since-deleted tweet for a queen to have an excruciating death. An Amazon founder quoted Uju tweeted and said, "This is someone supposedly working to make the world better? I don't think so. Bezos added, wow. Uju doubles back the tweet, directing to Bezos, and said, may everyone, you and your merciless greed have harm in this world, remember you as fondly as I remember my colonizers. Uju tweeted, well, they are colleagues, so they can always find a better way to settle their score. But then we say rest in peace to the Queen of England and our sincere condolence to the England people. That said, we talk something else.